The Brexit thing, I was like, when everyone asked me about it, I was like, I'm not an economist, and I have my views on it, but I wouldn't advise anyone. You know, it's the same thing. I don't.
It is, but the difference is this: because there's a fault line between Darwinian evolution and theology, which is to do with the illusion of design. This is something that is worth researching into, because I'll give you one example in the human body. You see, if all over our body we have these veins, right? We have capillaries, we have arteries. Yet there's one part in our brain where there's a leakage of blood. Now that blood, it comes into the brain and is tested for chemicals, for toxins. And if there is found to be toxins, then the body creates a reaction to expel that foreign agent. Now for me, that shouts out design. But for a Darwinist, he would say natural selection. And natural selection is a blanket for anything. It's just a label for a mystery. Now, since there's these two paradigms that we're looking at the same evidence, it is worth me and you, Luke, to actually look at the evidences for both. And that's all I'm trying to open out. I'm not here to say you're wrong. I'm not here to say I'm right. I'm here to say, let's open out the discussion and let's not be socialized into it. I was socialized into it, to be honest. When I was your age, I was just like, whoa, you know, they know what they're talking about. But when I grew older, I decided to challenge what I was socialized into. And I think that's something we will agree.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, because science has always followed what the evidence presents to it, and maybe you're not looking in the right places. Maybe not. But I personally don't believe that science is in a place at the moment to accept any sort of.
Well, I mean, it's how and why. You see, science explains how things work, but not why they exist.
Yeah, well, yes, because we're not at that point yet, you know, because we've explained many things as science, but explaining that why we're here and what that's a very complex issue, and you know, we've come up with a theory of how it happened. Why it happened is a much more complex.
Yeah, like if you imagine that car over there, right? I could explain the fuel that goes in, combustion, axial, wheel, lift, drift, drag force. I can describe all those things. Now, Luke, imagine if I described all those things, and then said to you, therefore there's no designer. You would say, hang on a minute, there's a how, which is what you explained to me, science, but there's a why, which is metaphysical. So science is neutral when it comes to God. Science doesn't say there is a God, science doesn't say there isn't a God. Which is why the claim which I like to challenge is when Darwinian evolution or anything else in science is used to say, therefore there's no God. Because I believe that's a category mistake.
I haven't ever come across anything that says therefore there's no God.
Well,
I've never ever.
Have you heard of the God delusion?
Yes.
Okay. The central argument in the God delusion.
That's
Richard Dawkins. Right? The central argument in the God delusion. Remember, Richard Dawkins is not.
Okay, maybe there is one, but I subscribe to the feeling that it's disprovable. It's not disprovable.
Exactly.
But for me, no proof or the absence of disproof doesn't mean a proof.
Of course.
I think that's all we're going to get, and I need to go home. So
but I'd like to give you a gift. You're only 18, so this is a small portable Quran. The thing about the Quran is, we believe truth can be arrived at if someone uses their reason. We don't believe in blind belief. So one of the claims the Quran makes is this: do you not think, do you not reason, do you not reflect? Now, I ask you, I could be lying to you for the last hour. Everyone in the world, they could be deceiving you in some way or another, right? But one person who will never deceive you, or element in your life that if you're sincere will never be deceived by, is your own ability to reason. Now what the Quran does is this: it says, leave aside your society, leave aside your forefathers, leave aside what you desire yourself, and look into the truth using reason. And if you use reason as a criteria, the Quran says you will reach God. And that's something that we can agree, even if we don't agree on God, we can agree reason should be the arbiter for truth.
Yes. Okay. Whether I reach God from that, is a different story.
Well, you asked for guidance, isn't it?
Whether I do is a different story.
You might be joining us for prayer next time.
Maybe I will. Who knows?
Take care, yeah?
You too, man.
It was good speaking to you.
Oh, my voice is...
By the way, I really hated maths at university.
What did you do?
I did engineering.
I was gonna do engineering.
You should have done engineering.
I've been touching planning for ages. I still don't know.
The problem with maths is it's too vague.
I'd like to specialise.
Yes.
Which is why
I would not want to do maths because I was really struggling with vector spaces. So, yeah.